Alright, here we go, everybody. We got three things to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about the debate between Alabama and Ohio State and my side of it. And then we're going to talk about the Thursday night football game, just a little preview of the Cowboys versus the Redskins in my prediction for that. And then we will talk about Tiger Woods for a quick minute, how he is back in pro golf. Now, Alabama and Ohio State, that debate only happens this weekend if Wisconsin loses. If Wisconsin wins, they're undefeated and they're in the playoffs, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to give you Alabama's argument, and then I'm going to give you Ohio State's argument. Now, before I start, I'm going to let you know that I'm on Ohio State's side to get in over Alabama for the reasons that I have that will follow. Alabama's side, they have one loss. They lost their last game to their rival on the road. Close. I wouldn't call it close. Alabama was getting handled the entire game, but the score doesn't show that. Just a little quick note. No team has ever made the playoff after losing their last game, whether that was the rivalry game, the conference championship. Any last game they've played, they did not make the playoffs. Another thing Alabama has going for them is they do not have an ugly loss like Ohio State does, 31 points to Iowa. Ohio State has. Another thing Alabama fans are saying is that they lost to a potential conference champion in Auburn, which, in my opinion, I do think Auburn wins by 2 scores. And what else they're saying is they're in the same spot Ohio State was last year. One loss. Not playing in the conference championship, still get in. However, Ohio State's loss did come earlier. They ended up winning 5 in a row after losing to Penn State, which showed that they were a better team than I believe Alabama's team this year is. However, I wouldn't compare them to this Alabama or this Ohio State team. I would compare Alabama to the 2015 Ohio State team that lost to Michigan State on a last-second field goal and got left out. So there's the Alabama argument. The Ohio State argument. Back to the Ohio State and Alabama for last year. Last year's Ohio State. Ohio State had wins that Alabama does not have. They had at Oklahoma, at Wisconsin, versus Nebraska when Nebraska was a top 10 team. They blew them away. And versus Michigan when Michigan was number 3 and they were number 2. All quality wins because Oklahoma finished 6. Then Ohio State's argument, they're a conference champion. This is all saying that they beat Wisconsin. Everything I say from now on is they beat Wisconsin. Keep that in mind. Conference champion, their only loss is that the potential Big 12 champ, like I said, I believe Oklahoma handles TCU. So that the loss will be to a Big 12 champion. More quality wins than Alabama. Now I'll tell you quality wins, in my opinion. Penn State, ranked 9th right now. Ohio State beat them. Michigan State, they handled Michigan State. Michigan State's top 20, they're number 19. Quality win versus Michigan, at Michigan on the road. I think that's quality because it's a rivalry game. That game's always close. And then versus Wisconsin on a neutral field. Wisconsin's number 3. Now, reading their wins to you, we got one unranked team in Michigan. We got 2 top 10 teams, Penn State and Wisconsin. And we got 1 top 20 team, Michigan State. There's their quality wins. Alabama's quality wins. Now, I'm not going to say any of these are really quality, but these are the 3 quality wins I could find. Mississippi State on the road, which they should have lost that game. I don't see why Mississippi State. They played Mississippi State on the road. They should have lost that game. LSU at home, they beat LSU, which LSU is not a very good win when it's Troy's best win as well. And their last quality win of the year, believe it or not, is Fresno State. Fresno State is their 3rd quality win. Ohio State's 3rd quality win is Michigan. And if we're going off a potential win against Wisconsin this weekend, we're going to exclude Michigan, and their next quality wins versus Michigan State when they blew them away. Fresno State is their 3rd quality win. Now, Alabama fans are saying, we beat Florida State. Now, what's Florida State done all year? They're 4-7. Or 5-7, or whatever they are. They're not good. It's not a quality win. Well, they were number 2 to start. Doesn't matter. They're not good. So that ranks Alabama's quality wins are 0 top 10 teams, 1 top 20 team that's ranked 17, and LSU, like I said, it's not a very good win. And 2 top 25s where they barely make the top 25. Fresno State's ranked 25th, and Mississippi State's ranked 24th. Those are not quality wins, in my opinion. I don't see how Alabama gets in over Ohio State if Ohio State handles business against Wisconsin. Now, if they barely beat Wisconsin, I could see it, but if they blow Wisconsin away, beat them by 2+ scores, I think Ohio State's in because Alabama just isn't a good football team. They're not as good as everybody thinks they are. They are playing the name game this year. Mississippi State, terrible. LSU, terrible. Fresno State, terrible. Now, Penn State, put up a fight against Alabama? Probably. Michigan State, probably not. Michigan, probably not. Wisconsin probably would put up a fight against Alabama. Now, Ohio State, beat Mississippi State? Yes. Would they beat LSU? Yes. Would they smoke Fresno State? Yes. All Alabama's quality wins, Ohio State would beat them. And all Ohio State's quality wins, Alabama would probably struggle against two of those teams, Wisconsin and Penn State, depending on the location. Now, if you're Nick Saban, you're going to play them at a neutral site because you're scared to play anybody on the road besides your SEC games. Next year, they're opening up at a neutral site against another team, and 2 years ago, they opened up against USC at a neutral site. Nick Saban does not want to play quality teams on the road. He lucked out this year by playing LSU at home, or that would have been a better game than it was, and he had to go to Mississippi State, and he almost lost, should have lost that game. They're not a good team. Nick Saban is scared to play true road games. So that's why I believe Ohio State would get in over Alabama if they were to handle business against Wisconsin. Now, this could go all the way if Wisconsin wins. Then there's no debate. Wisconsin's in. Alabama's on the outside looking in, no matter the conference championship winners. Now let's look at it from if Wisconsin wins standpoint. If Wisconsin wins, Oklahoma wins, Clemson wins, Auburn wins, and Wisconsin wins. Like I said earlier, Pac-12 champ, USC, Stanford, doesn't matter. They're out. Oklahoma would be the 3 seed, surprisingly. Now, I find that a little insulting to Oklahoma fans around the world. If you're going to consider Ohio State's loss to Oklahoma by 15 a bad loss, then you got to consider that win at Ohio State on the road a great win, and they should be ahead of a 2-loss Auburn team. I don't know why they're behind a 2-loss Auburn team right now. Maybe just to make Alabama's loss look better. I believe that's why they're number 2, because the SEC is the best conference. I don't believe they are. But, so your rankings, if it was a chalk, Clemson would be 1, Auburn would be 2, Oklahoma would be 3, and Wisconsin would be 4 if they beat Ohio State, because that wouldn't be the chalk, because Ohio State's favored by a touchdown. So, pretty much wrap that up. Alabama, no quality wins. Ohio State, 2 top 10 wins if they win this weekend. My argument is for Ohio State. Okay, now off this heated topic, we're going to go to Redskins Cowboys. Both teams are 5-6 in the NFC, and they are tied for second in their division behind the Eagles. Kirk Cousins, interesting stat. Kirk Cousins was 0-9 on weeknight games. That means Monday night and Thursday night before the Thanksgiving game against the Giants, and they won, and then he's now 1-9. So Kirk Cousins doesn't fare well on weeknight games, which me as a Bengals fan, I know that very well with Andy Dalton, who cannot play in prime time. However, back to this game, this is a must-win for both teams, I believe, to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dallas get to 500 at 6-6, or the Redskins to get to 500 at 6-6, and the Redskins keep rolling because they do have another game against the Chargers on the road next, which will be a tough game, and then they have a easy home stretch. Cowboys, on the other hand, are looking to get to 500, 6-6, play their 3rd game, I believe, without Zeke, get him back soon. No, this will be their 4th game without... Well, I don't know how many games this is without Zeke. That's beyond the point. They need to get Zeke back soon to keep winning and get their playoff chances alive. But this is a must-win for the Cowboys as well. However, my prediction is Redskins 27, Cowboys 17 on Thursday night. Third topic, Tiger Woods is back playing professional golf. He's playing at the Heroes World Challenge in the Bahamas. That's his tournament. He's the host. First time in a while he's playing. If you didn't get to watch, he's tied for 8th place right now, 3 under on day 1. The leader is at 6 under. Now, that's pretty impressive for not having played a tournament in a while. Now, most people out there probably don't really care about golf, but Tiger Woods, one of the biggest names in sports, he's back playing golf, so I figured I would talk about it a little bit. 3 under on the first day is pretty good for being in a tournament. Now, people are probably thinking, well, he plays golf in his free time. Yes, he does, but you don't understand what it's like to play in a tournament or to play on a course, playing a practice round or whatever. There's a whole different atmosphere when you're playing a tournament and you're teeing it up for real and you're not just teeing it up just to play. But yeah, Tiger Woods is back playing Thursday, Friday, hoping to make the cut, play Saturday, Sunday. keep an eye on that. Or make the cut and play Sunday, but keep an eye on that. So that does today's episode. Alabama-Ohio State debate. My vote would be towards Ohio State. Washington beats the Cowboys is my prediction, and Tiger Woods is back playing golf. Thank you all for tuning in to today's episode. After this weekend, we will know the top 4 official teams on Sunday. We will know them Sunday around noon. However, I don't think I'm going to get a video out till Tuesday. Okay, so the rankings will come out Sunday. I'm going to kick it back, and I'm going to watch some football Sunday. Monday, I'm going to take an off day, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do a Tuesday video on the rankings predictions for the 2 games, plus the championship game. So the videos will be on a schedule. There's no video coming out Sunday or Monday, even though it's a big day for college football. So expect the next video to be next Tuesday, and then next Thursday, week from now. Don't really know what we'll talk about. If you have any ideas, topics, anything you want, sports related, leave it in the comments, and we will talk about it, even if it's not present. So that's today's video. I'll see you again next Tuesday.